Hello boys and girls, I'm Miss Oliva and today we are just going to be having a read aloud where we are just going to be exploring character traits. A character trait, it is the quality of characteristics that describe the characters in a story or maybe of a person, right? Everyone like us, you and me, and everybody else have character traits. Character traits can be external or that describe the physical characteristics of an individual of the characters that we read in the stories. Okay, every story has a main character and that main character has physical characteristics, right? It might be short, it might be tall, it might be skinny, it might be fat, it might have a brown or blondie hair. Those are physical characteristics that describe a character, but we also have character traits that describes our personality. It is how the person behaves, how the person acts, how the person feels, how the person or the character thinks, how the character solves problems when he or she encounters a problem. Every time that we read a story, we will encounter a main character and it will have character traits, that describe his personalities. So today, some of the words that we're going to be exploring as we read the story, we are just going to be looking at observing our vocabulary words that we're going to be learning, that we discuss in class, that we in the story, like the words disgust. Disgust, that in Spanish is asco, me da asco, which disgust is causing disgust, which it can be offensive to the taste to somebody or it can be gross to somebody. When in the meantime it might not be disgusting to me or it not might be gross to me. So that's the word disgust, and we went over that. We also gonna try if we can find the word rummage. Rummage is actually searching through something, maybe a bag, a packable, and you go over, moving around and turning over and looking through different objects. Like for example, in my purse, sometimes I'm looking for a pen and I rummage and I go around and I go through all my objects that are inside my purse. So another word that we're just going to be looking is creative. Creative is doing something resulting from someone's or one's imagination, that original from your thoughts, your way of thinking, and it actually putting into doing it. So you have an imagination, you have a thought, and then if you are just thinking about it and then you actually doing it, so that's being creative. Artists can be creative by painting, by creating music, by dancing, different ways of being creative. We are just going to explore in today's book how the character in this book is being creative. Also blurted. It is quickly and without warning and unexpectedly. One of the characters in the story, it is being blurted. Also, we're just gonna see more vocabulary words as we go to. And we're gonna think about at the end of the story some of the questions that I have for you, boys and girls. So today, I am going to be reading this book. It is called Carla's Sandwich and is written by Debbie Herman, illustrated by Shayla Bailey. See? Shayla Bailey. And beforehand, I would like to go over some of the things that is important for us to know as we are learning here at school, that the books has the parts of the book. So I'm gonna go the front. This is the front of the book. This is the spine of the book, right? That holds the pages that we read inside. And this is the back cover of the book. See? Now, I have a question for you, boys and girls. I wonder if you can tell me what this book may be about. If you said and if you thought about a girl, which is right, and I see that she's making a sandwich with a whole lot of ingredients, different ingredients. See? And I see another something character here picking from the table, and maybe we see him in the story, or we might not. So let's find out. Also, what I want you to observe, it is around the, what is this, boys and girls? It is a piece of bread, right? And it's also in the back cover of this book. So it is in the front and in the back. So another thing I wanted to say and point out very quickly, it is that the author of the book is the person who writes the words that we read inside the book. And the illustrator is the person that draws the pictures, the illustrations that we see throughout the story. Okay, boys and girls, thank you. I'm going to open this book and I want you to see, and I want you to tell me what you notice here. Yes, you're right. I noticed sandwiches. And are all sandwiches the same? No, right? I see meatballs and spaghetti sandwich. I think I noticed here crackers and cheese and olives. I see eggs and french fries here with a bagel. I see a pizza sandwich. I never seen a pizza sandwich. And look what I see here in the corner. Yummy. Oh, it is a sardine or a fishy sandwich with cheese and mustard. I don't know what else. So another important thing it is also always read Carla's sandwich. So Carla is telling me a hint, is giving me a clue. Who you think might be Carla? Indeed, is the main character, right? It is going to be talking about a little girl whose name is Carla. So let's move on. I see she's working and she's making a sandwich that is real big and tall. See, and is using a lot of ingredients here. See? So now, boys, I'm going to get closer, and I'm also going to mention to you that sometimes the authors, they write messages, important dedication. It's called dedication, are important words that they write in the books. So for example, Debbie, the author of this book, wrote a very special message, and it's dedicated to her mom. It says, "For my mom with love, thanks for always leaving the onions." Also, she's giving thanks to my auntie Sigrid, who always made the best cardamom bread and goat cheese sandwiches in the world. And she's signing that. This comes from Davy and this comes from Shayla, the illustrator. See? Also, it's saying a special thanks to Becker, Fabio, and the investors in appreciation of the support of this of this project, right? Of this book. So to begin with, look at this picture. What do you think it might be happening in here? It's the boy like being like ew to the girl, like as she gives the sandwich. Look at this sandwich. Okay, let's begin, boys and girls. Carla brought weird sandwiches to school. Buster noticed first. He was sitting next to Carla at lunch one Monday. Ew, what are you eating? Buster asked. It's all green and slimy. It's an olive, pickle, and green bean sandwich, said Carla. I made it myself. Would you like some? I brought extra. No way, said Buster, pinching his nose. That's gross. It's not gross, said Carla. It's different. I like to be different. It's not different, said Buster. It's gross. And he went to sit next to Leslie instead. Boys and girls, if you remember, we talked about the word gross. What do you think gross means? That's another word for gross. That's right. It is disgusting, something that you don't like, right? Maybe it is gross for you, but might not be gross for somebody else. So it's something that you dislike. On Tuesday, Carla's sandwich was long with something yellow and white oozing out at the side. What in the world is that? Asked Leslie. It's my banana cottage cheese delight, said Carla, on a tasty toasted baguette. See, tasty toasted baguette, and the word that she used here is oozing out. The word oozing out, boys and girls, it is to move or pass slowly or gradually as it goes through a small opening. See? So you can see in the sandwich, the banana is going through, right? In between. In this case, it's between the sandwich. Banana and cottage cheese, asked Leslie, sticking out her tongue. That's disgusting. It's not disgusting, said Carla. It's creative. Disgusting and creative. Those are two of the words that we just explored this morning and we learned about. Those are vocabulary words that we've been learning. In Spanish, we said that disgusting is asco. Who remembers what disgust means? It is offensive to the taste of somebody else, right? Not to her. And also it says it is creative. Who remembers what the word creative means? When you are creative is what? When you are using your imagination, your original thoughts and expression, and you implement and you actually start doing. So from your idea, it comes to a body, and it ends in doing it, by doing it, right? And that's when you have the result of being creative. It's disgusting, says Leslie, and she went to sit next to Nettie instead. And they all were sticking out their tongues to her friend. See, Carla. Ew, look at that. They all feel like she was eating something really gross. On Wednesday, Carla's sandwich was orange and brown and lumpy. It crunched when she bit into it. Ugh, said Nettie, who was sitting next to her now. What is that? I call it Carla Crunch, said Carla. It's peanut butter, crackers, and cheddar cheese in a lovely pita bread. I brought extra. Would you like some? I already noticed that Carla is using a pattern in this story. Would you like some? I brought extra. Would you like some? And she's always offering to her friends, to her friends in a nice and kind way, friendly manner. And the friends always says, no way, said Nettie, scrunching his face. That's sick. It's not sick, said Carla. It's unique. It's sick, said Nettie. And he went to sit next to Marcos instead. Scrunching is when you have an expression in your face and you actually putting this arrugando, tú sabes, la cara, to contract and squeeze together a part of your body, or in your face in this case, like him, see? So, and also the word unique is unique. What is the word unique? What does that mean? Who remembers? Meaning is one of a kind, like no other, only one in existence. So now, boys and girls, I want you to put your fingers up. Everybody, let's put your fingers up. See your finger? Now I want you to take a look closer. You will find a lot of little tiny lines in your finger, right? Each of your finger has these little tiny lines that you can barely notice and see. Those are called fingerprints. And everybody has a very unique fingerprint. That means there is no one. I only have my only. It is unique. It's one of my kind, of a kind. So yours is different, is unique, and nobody in the world, in the whole planet Earth, has the same fingerprint. Not even your mom, not even your daddy or your brother. Anyone is unique. So it's one of a kind, right? It's a single one, and that's it. On Thursday, Carla brought a chopped liver, potato chip, and cucumber sandwich. And the friends were sneaking and looking and observing. On Friday, she brought a sardine and a mustard sandwich with sunflower seeds. By Monday, no one wanted to sit next to Carla, so she ate by herself. Look at her face. What do you think Carla is feeling now? And she continues bringing her sandwich. Do you think by the way that her friends are treating her, she's going to stop being unique? Do you think she's going to stop being creative? Let's find out. At the end of the day, Miss Pimento made an announcement. Tomorrow we will have a picnic. Hooray! Everybody shouted, a picnic! Yippee! The next day, when the lunch bell rang, the kids ran to get their picnic lunches. I have peanut butter and jelly, Nady announced to the class. I have bologna, said Leslie. Tuna, called Buster. Hey, Carla, what do you have? Carla didn't answer, but look at her face. Why do you think she's like that? She's not saying anything. She didn't answer. It's probably a ketchup, spinach, and jelly bean sandwich, joked Buster. And he and Leslie howled, so did Nady. It's not, said Carla. Let's have some quiet in here, said Miss Pimento, or we won't be able to have our picnic. The class was suddenly silent. Suddenly, that means quickly, immediately. They stopped being from noise. They were being noisy, and now they're so quiet. So that took place immediately. So suddenly, it is like an immediate time over sudden. Then the children followed Miss Pimento 2 by 2 down the hall, out the door, and down the block to the park. See, 2 by 2. See, they were walking because they were getting ready for the picnic. All right, everyone, said Miss Pimento. Find a place to sit and bon appetit. Bon appetit means enjoy your meal. Buen provecho. See, in Spanish, it says buen provecho. And look at Carla's face. See, everybody was happy going to have their lunch. Carla took a bite of her sandwich. Yuck, said Buster, pointing at Carla's lunch. What is that, a warm sandwich? For your information, said Carla, it's lettuce, tomato, raisin, bean sprout, pretzel, and mayonnaise sandwich. I call it the Combat Deluxe. It looks more like a warm but deluxe, teased Buster. Leslie and Nady burst out of laughing. So everybody began laughing about Carla's sandwich, see? And look at her. How do you think she's feeling right here? Yeah, why do you think she's feeling angry? Oh, they were teasing her about her sandwiches, right? Buster rummaged through his knapsack. Oh, he said quietly. He rummaged some more. Oh, he said again. He dumped everything out of his bag. I can't believe it, Buster said sadly. I forgot my sandwich. That's awful, said Leslie, biting into her bologna sandwich. A real bummer, said Nady, chomping on his peanut butter and jelly. No one of his friends offered him anything, so they just start eating, their sandwich. And by the way, rummage. Does anybody remembers what the word rummage means? It is to search thoroughly, especially by moving around, turning over, and looking through the objects inside his bag, right? Knapsack, right? He was looking all around, taking everything. He took everything out. Look at his face in surprise because he forgot his lunch. Then, you can have some of mine, offered Carla. I brought extra. Even if he's being like saying no all the time, Carla is still kindly and friendly offer to have some of her sandwich to Buster. No thanks, said Buster glumly. I'm not that desperate, see? Doris ate her egg salad sandwich and Rufus ate his tuna. Herbert ate his salmon salad and sandwich, and Barbara ate her turkey. Buster's mouth began to water. Buster looked at Carla's sandwich and he started, maybe bean sprouts aren't so bad, he thought. Oh, he's already thinking that maybe the sprouts aren't so bad. It's really quite delicious, said Carla, catching at Buster's glance. Buster quickly turned away. See? Susan ate her corned beef sandwich and Harris munched his taco. Fabio ate his chicken sandwich and Gordon ate his meatloaf. Buster was growing hungrier by the minute and his stomach growled loudly. Imagine you're being hungry and your stomach start growling. Raisins are kind of fun, he thought again, so he's giving a toll. And who doesn't like pretzels? Do you like pretzels? Marcus ate his cheese sandwich and Darcy ate her bagel. Buster ate Carla's sandwich again. You don't know what you're missing, Carla sang out. Buster couldn't take it anymore. He looked around. Everyone was busy eating. See? All of the friends were busy eating their sandwiches, but Buster. No one was watching him. Okay, he whispered to Carla. Whispered is a way that we speak in a very soft voice, right? Okay, what? Asked Carla. Okay, can I have one? He whispered again. Can you have one what? Asked Carla. Buster blurted impatiently. Can I please have one of your sandwiches? Everyone look up. I never thought I was gonna ask that question. Carla smiled and handed Buster a combo deluxe. Buster examined the lettuce, tomato, raisin, bean sprouts, pretzel, and mayonnaise sandwich carefully. He looked at Leslie, then Nettie, then Carla, and then he took a very small bite. Examine means that he was like looking very closely to see what it was inside before he eats it. All eyes were watching as he chewed and swallowed. Well, asked Leslie impatiently. So Leslie, she was very impatient, right? Well, asked Nettie. Buster didn't say anything. He looked at everyone and took another bite and another, and another. I can't believe he's eating it, said Nettie in disgust. What does it taste like, Buster? Asked Leslie. Is it gross? Buster didn't answer. He was too busy eating. Do you think he's enjoying it? When the last bite was gone, Buster licked his fingers and smacked his lips. It was, asked Yum, he said. That was the best sandwich I ever ate. It was, asked Nettie in horror. It was, asked Leslie in dismay. It was, said Buster, smiling at Carla. Carla beamed. See? She's behind it. See? She's happy now. Maybe beam is another word that we're gonna look at it. I bet you'll enjoy the combo deluxe, says Carla. Who'd like to try some? Slowly, Leslie raised her hand. Then Nettie raises his hand. Then Darcy, Susan, Rufus, and Fabio. Soon, all the kids had their hands in the air. Carla took her last sandwich, broke it into small pieces, and handed them out to everyone. Wow, Leslie said, tasting her piece. This is terrific. Terrific. Wow. Yeah, said Nettie. It tastes great. Tomorrow, I'm going to bring a creative sandwich, too, said Leslie. Maybe it'll be a mustard sandwich with baked beans and French fries. What do you think about that, Carla? Asked Leslie. Sounds good, said Carla, and it's definitely creative. Oh, what do you notice about this now? These pages, the vocabulary that they are using, everyone is using. They are using the words unique, creative, tasty. So it is all total different words that they were using before. I'll bring a spaghetti and soy sauce sandwich, said Buster, and he sat down next to Carla. Oh, he sat next to Carla. I don't know what I'm bringing yet, said Nettie, but it will be unique. Another time, again, we hear the word unique. That means one of its kind. The next day, everyone in Miss Pimero's class brought an unusual sandwich to school. unusual sandwich. It is like something that is weird, that is not common, that is not that you bring every day. So it was surprising for Miss Pigmeron. There was an asparagus and salad dressing sandwich, a pistachio and tangerine sandwich, and even pizza sandwich, as we saw it at the beginning of the story, right? What did you bring today, Carla? Asked Buster. I'm not telling, said Carla. You will have to wait until lunchtime. What do you think? Do you think Carla's gonna continue being creative and bringing a different sandwich? Let's find out. The morning seemed to last forever, but finally the lunch bell rang. While Buster was munching away on his spaghetti and soy sauce sandwich, he glanced over at Carla. This time her sandwich was not green, it was not slimy or lumpy, and nothing was oozing out at the sides. So, what kind of sandwich is that? Buster asked. Yeah, Carla, said Leslie. What's inside? Nady looked at Carla, waiting for an answer. Well, said Carla, today I have peanut butter and jelly. Peanut butter and jelly? Asked Buster in disbelief. Disbelief means he could not believe what he was hearing. Peanut butter and jelly, Leslie and Nady asked together. It says, peanut butter and jelly? And look at her. Peanut butter and jelly, said Carla, biting into her sandwich. I like to be different. See? And she is smiling. See how she changed from the beginning of the story to the end? And that's the end, boys and girls. And I see the same sandwich that we saw at the beginning. That's the end, boys and girls. I hope that you enjoyed this read aloud. And with this being said, we are going to now have an activity so we can just apply the knowledge of describing the traits, on Carla's traits. So those are the words that we're going to be using to identify how Carla was thinking, how she was behaving, how she was feeling, how she was acting out, how she solved the problem, how she encountered and managed to find a solution to the situation she was going through. Now, can you identify yourself with Carla's character traits? How so, boys and girls? Do you remember of a time of you being creative and unique? Okay. If you were asked to create a sandwich, what ingredients you will use to make it? Will you just be creative? Will you be unique to create one? And the last question I have for you to think about, how Buster's character trait changed at the end of the story? And the friends. It is a lot to think about it, boys and girls. So we are just going to be going to an activity and I'm gonna see you soon.